Yeah, go ahead and get set up here and wait for some folks to come in. Now, I'm probably going to wind up getting behind this camera because I'm not going to be able to see that very well. I won't be out in front of it very much. We'll just give it a shot and see. Let's give that a try. How deep is that? Oh, it's that deep, but it's just fast current. It's a fast current here. I ain't kidding you. That's gonna be. Well, I don't know about this. This fast current in this eddy, this may be a little bit more than I want to mess with. Because you got that current, it's boiling, it's rolling, it's quick. It's already got that rod bent because the current's pulling it downstream really fast. And there's a lot of rocks out there. Basically, what it's going to do is just spin you around and get you hung up. But I fished the eddy yesterday that basically was just flat water slack. It barely had any current in it. It wasn't very deep. And we were getting a lot of hits from giant gar. We did manage to catch one nice 24, 25 pound blue cat out of there. But we had a bunch of hits all day long, and I can tell you they were all gar. I may have to turn this camera around and get behind it because I'm not going to be able to see that screen. But you guys will be able to see me when I run down there. So let me go ahead and make that change real quick because I want to make sure that this camera's on these rods. So let me spin this around here, which I'm not really crazy about that. Hold on here. Let me get this set the way I want it. Yeah, we definitely got to change that. I can't even see the screen, so. There we go. Now I got a little bit more. I can't see nothing on there. Dadgummit. Well, we'll manage. We'll do what we can with it. Y'all can see that water just boiling out there, rolling. It's just insane. I just don't know about fishing this spot. But the thing about it is this spot here is fairly easy to get to. And I promised my wife that I wouldn't go chomping off down through the woods and down through the rocks today and get down there real far off. And oh, hold on here. I don't know if that's current picked that up or if a fish just hit that. It was pulled real tight and it dropped slack and then pulled tight again. I'm not sure what's going on. I think something got hung on that line and it's pulling. It's what I think it is. Well, while we're waiting for that we'll see what it is. Let's go through and see who's all in here. Say hi to everybody. What do you say? I'm going to set y'all between my legs there so I can see this a little better. Don't worry. It's not going to get weird. Ah, Lord have mercy. I can just barely see this daggone screen. I'm struggling here. All right, fishing with Big Mike, first one in. What's up, man? Well, the top bank anglers in the United States of America right there, folks. Mr. Big Mike, what's going on, buddy? Catfish Dog Tim, hey, what's going on? Long time no see, brother. Good to see you in here. Hillbilly Moonshiners, welcome in. Paul Boyd, stopping by to say hi. Up in here. I can barely see the screen, guys, so I'll try to acknowledge you coming in here, but as far as reading it, it's gonna be tough. River Rat 3030, Ernest, welcome in, my brother. Paula Fox, what's up? Yeah, guys, we're fishing some really fast current today. I mean, I don't know how well you can see that on the screen. It is ripping, it is rolling, it is boiling. And we're running I've got two rods that have got float rigs on them that's got the spooks on them. And I've got two rods that are straight on the bottom. And on each of those rods, I've got a carp head and a shad head on a float rig and a bottom rig. So we're trying different baits. You know what I'm saying? We got two rods that are on the bottom with a carp head and a shad head. We got two rods that are out there that are on floats that's got a carp head and a shad head. So we're using kind of different techniques there, different baits. See what the heck's going on here. See if we can get them to bite something. Where did I leave off with? With Ernest? Yep. Ernest, Paul Boyd. Are we at the bottom already? Good Lord. All right, so I'm pretty sure whatever it was that grabbed that rod right there a while ago was just something floating down through there that kind of grabbed a hold of the line and moved it over a little bit. Those other three have settled into a nice steady spot, so they're not getting bent over by the current real hard. So they found where they want to be. You throw those rods out there at fast current, and that sinker drags along the bottom until it hooks a rock or something and locks in. And once it does, it kind of evens out, rod straightens up, and you wait and see if anything's going to get on there. But my plan is we're going to try this fast water for a little while, see if we can't get on something. If it doesn't work out for us and we just start losing a lot of rigs, what I might do is just shut this live stream down. I'll move to another location and start it up again somewhere else in some calmer water. We fished the calm water yesterday, and man, it was just so many giant gar in there. It's pretty aggravating. Like I said, we did manage to pull one nice 20 plus pound blue cat out there. But most of the hits we were getting, I could tell because the rod would bend over and it just jumped back up. They'd let go. That's gar. There's just a lot of freaking gar in that calmer water. So we're going to fish some faster water today. See if there ain't some giant blue cats hanging out there, because we're throwing monster baits today. We're throwing big giant gizzard shad heads and big old giant carp heads out there. So we're throwing big baits. So ain't gonna be no channel catch today. Not on this run. And it may be just a slow day where we don't get nothing. God, I wish I could see that damn chat. Another mother. I can't read that crap. Oh, I ain't even plugged the cotton picking battery in yet, man. I'm gonna run the phone down, phone. Let's go ahead and get you guys plugged in there. That's better. Now you got power going to you. Who turned up the river? Well, this spot like this is a spot that I fish sometimes. Not really crazy about this spot because I lose a lot of rigs here. It's hard to fish this fast water from the bank. Now in a boat, a whole different ball game. But you lose from the bank, you just lose so many rigs here. But it is a good spot for monster blue cats because they love that fast water. It's just really hard to fish this spot from the bank. But I thought today, since it's so easy to get to this spot, that we'd come down here and give it a try. Because my wife told me, she said, don't be going down there climbing over the cliffs and the rocks and the mountains and down the valleys and up the ridges, and just don't be doing it today. You need to take it easy. And I said, all right. I said, I got a spot in mind I'm going to go check out and see. Because like I said, we fished the slack water yesterday, and too dang many gar in there. That's one thing about this fast water right here. It cuts down on the gar activity. They're not crazy about that fast water. Them gar like that slack water. It's slow, steady, where they're not having to fight it so much. So if you want to get away from the gar, you kind of got to find a spot like this. But it's got its gives and takes, And if you get any trash floating down the river, Warren Farley, man, I can barely see y'all. Be careful. I am, buddy. My shoulder is freaking killing me after yesterday. I tell you what, I screwed up yesterday. That was a big mistake. And I really didn't have no business coming out today. But we've got the Keep It or Toss It tournament coming up next Saturday. And I've got to get out here and start eliminating spots and figure out exactly where I want to be at. And in order to do that, you got to come out on the river. But yeah, we've definitely, man, there comes a speedboat from hell. That old boy's flying. This spot here is not exactly one that's going to be at the top of my list as far as where I might want to fish for the tournament. But we do have to come and eliminate it off the list. Make sure. You never know. Man, he's getting it. He's heading for them wing dams. I know what he's doing. He's going to shoot straight up that river, and there's a series of wing dams right up there that are really, really popular spot for everybody to fish, but everybody runs really fast to get there because they're afraid somebody's going to beat them there. So when you see them going, that's where they're headed. They're heading for them wing dams. I got news for him, though. Them first three right there, the water on the downstream side of them ain't 2.5, 3 foot deep. So he must, yeah, he gonna keep going. He going upstream to that deep one. Them first three right there, gar. I done tried them out. Not worth the time spent. I've actually got some really, really calm water. If you look, that goes out about 40 feet off the bank. That I could just kind of lob those rods out there and fish that slack water at the edge of that fast stuff, and probably a little more productive as far as getting in some catfish. But the problem is this revetment. You see that crap? Yeah, that's what you're throwing into. I'm trying to throw out past all that, but you generally wind up getting in it anyway. Uh, Sorry to tell you, the older you get, the rocks are. Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. Man, I can barely see chat, guys. I apologize. I got the sun shining right toward me, and I've got these transition lens glasses that get dark, and so I got a dark screen on here. I could try to lighten this screen up a little bit. Let me give it a shot if I don't close the stream out. This camera just don't look like it's level. I need to do some adjusting here. That's bugging me. Let's see if I can't get this thing manipulated around here a little better. There we go. I started to fish this spot a little bit before I went live because I kind of had a feeling that, Betty just got bumped down there. You know, I always set Betty the furthest away. Black Betty, way down yonder, way down there. She's got a giant carp head on her with a 12-aught River Cats tackle hook, and she is fishing on the bottom. She doesn't have a spook on her. She's just down there on the bottom. But something just tapped that rod, and I pretty much guarantee you it's not a gar because them gar do not like that fast water. Well, let's just see if he winds up picking it up and doing something with it. Oh, that old boy's going to do some suspend drifting. That's why he ran so far upstream. What was I doing a while ago? Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting of this brightness. Maybe that'll help me. It's going to run my battery down fast as hell, but, it is what it is. There, I can see that a little better. Oh, yeah, that's much better. We'll just have to keep an eye on our battery and make sure it doesn't kill it. You got to be able to move tomorrow. I know it, buddy. Wabash Nate. No, I'm taking it. It wasn't too hard getting down here. I mean, I had to climb underneath that big tree down there. The truck's parked up there. I come down the ridge, I crawled under that tree, it climbed over this rock pile, and boom, I'm here. Not too bad. Probably one of the easier spots that I fished lately as far as getting to it. Think I got a concussion? Man, that fish knocked the hillbilly hell out of me, buddy. I'm telling you, that knot raised up on my head so fast I couldn't believe it. Mad County Fishing, what's up? No, I'm not feeling better. You know what? I just don't know when to quit. Man, that old guy is, I don't know what he's doing. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rushing till life's no fun. Slow down, buddy. He's in a hurry for sure. I've done 3 rods, or 4 rods, excuse me. I've only running 4 rods right now. There's a center of that eddy right there. The center of it. That's where the calmest spot, believe it or not, is it's like the eye of the storm. That's where I've got Black Betty throwed at. That's why she's the only one that's not bending over from the current, because she's in the eye of the storm, just sitting there in that little volcano or tornado of water out there, and it's just holding her one spot. Now these other 3 I throwed on the downstream side of this eddy, so that current is really pulling on them rods. It's putting a lot of pressure on them. They're in some fast water. I probably need to throw a little bit heavier weight on there, but we'll just let it run and see what happens. We'll probably give this spot, I don't know, we ain't gonna give it no more than an hour. And if we don't have a fish on within an hour, this is what the plan is. We're gonna kill the live stream, and I'm gonna move back upstream closer to that wing dam down there. And if I can get everything worked out, then we'll go live again. But we want to try to fish some fast water, because we ain't been fishing no fast water. Let's see, man, County. Me and Parker in the boat right meow, but think we giving it another 30 minutes. He's got dinner plans. Parker is a quitter. Mike Lockhart, what's going on? Yeah, the only thing that's going to pull Parker off fishing is food. That's the way he is, man. You be out there fishing and catching and having a good old time. Parker goes, man, I got a dinner date. I gotta go eat, man. I'm gonna eat a salad. Parker eats a lot of carrots and stuff. He likes lettuce. Danny's in a hurry to get in the wheelchair. We'll see. I go to the doctor today, Sunday, Tuesday, and we're going to discuss my options, surgery or what. I don't know. They won't talk to you over the phone. They want you to come in. Can you use a gar for catfish bait? I never have tried gar for catfish bait. Here's the thing. If I've got shad, carp, skipjack, and green sunfish, stuff like that, those baits have always been good for me. I just never have seen a point in trying to throw gar out there. I may be wrong. It may be the best catfish bait in the world, but when you've got plenty of bait in the cooler, I just don't see no point in killing a gar. I mean, everybody hates them. I get it. I know that. They hate them. But if I got plenty of bait, I'm not gonna kill something and waste it. Being that said, I don't care if you whack him in the head or not. I don't know what is going on there. I don't know if that current is shifting. Or what's going on there. Now that rod there does have a spook on it. The one that's bent real hard right now, which probably is not a good idea in this fast current. Not from the bank. Not from the bank. Now on a boat, fantastic. Great. Go for it. But from the bank, trying to throw across that fast current with a spook, you're just adding extra drag onto that rod that causes it to pull even harder. Oh, let's see here. We got 18 people watching. Let's see. We started the clock. What time is it now? We've been on this spot for 27 minutes, but we've only been fishing for probably about 15, 20 of that. We'll give it a little time. If it just don't look like it's going to work out, we'll shut the live stream down. Don't worry. I'll move to another location and we'll go at it again. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll tell you what's hurting my neck so bad right now is having to lean down here and tilt my head to see this screen on this chat. Let's see. Mike Lockhart, I'm going catfishing a week from Friday. Will that be a week from next Friday? Well, if there's a big cat out there swimming in that current, hopefully he'll find one of them rods. So we'll move to another spot here after a while if we don't get nothing, like I said. And we'll put out 6 rods instead of 4. I keep seeing something out of the corner of my eye. I don't know what the crap. If it's something, it might be from that gar hitting me in the head yesterday. Bet your neck hurts. It looks red from here. It is red, buddy. It has been all my life. Small water charters. I ain't bass fishing today. You know what, John? I started to. I came real close to going back and just doing some bass fishing today. But, like I said, I've got the Keep It or Toss It tournament next week, next Saturday. And I've got to figure out where I'm going to fish at. And I ain't going to figure that out bass fishing. So we're hitting a few spots today. I'm going to bounce around a little bit and see if I can't figure something out. Now, I've got my spot narrowed down for next week to about 4 different places. This is one of them. So after this spot here, we're going to have it narrowed down to 3 spots because I got a feeling this ain't going to be a spot I'm going to go. I may be wrong. We're going to give it a chance. We're going to give it a chance to see. I know a lot of people, they've been catching all the catfish in the fast water. I generally fish the slack water, right off the edges of the fast water. But most of the people around here have been catching them in the really, really fast water. Well, this is one of the fastest spots I know right here. Don't get much faster than this. Lydia caught a 9.13 yesterday. Nice. Biggest bass I ever caught in my life was like 9.5 pounds, and it was on a farm pond. They fed them fish. They kept them things growing. Wasn't a pay lake, it was farm pond. We just got back from fishing 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and tore it up. Hold on, I want to hear the rest of that story. Tore it up. 9-inch bluegills and a bunch of crappie. Man, you just making me hungry because that sounds like food to me. And here's the thing. Crappie, I love crappie. I mean, that bird landed on Black Betty, just took off. What's your problem, buddy? But crappie is, everybody around here is crazy about crappie, and I am too. I love that, man. Big old plate of crappie fillets. But I'm telling you, hands down, if you get some big, giant, I'm talking about big monster bluegill, to me, I think they taste better than crappie. I'd take bluegill over crappie any day, but I will never pass up a plate of crappie. I promise you that. It just ain't gonna happen. Double hook, Dave. Hey, Dave, look at there. I got 1, 2, 3 of those double hook angling rod holders out right there. That's the double hook angling rod holders right there. Now on Black Betty, because she's got that one bad spot in her handle that's kind of weak, I do have to use that long piece of PVC pipe because it gives the extra support for that. That's a 2.5 foot long handle on that rod. So if I stick her in one of those right there, it's gonna snap that handle off there. But man, those rod holders, they work beautifully, perfectly. How about that? For all other rods that I have, they absolutely work great. And they actually worked great on Black Betty until I stuck her down in a rock and broke the handle out of her because he made me some extra big. David did. David Lemon from Double Hook Angling. He made me an extra large rod holder just for Black Betty. But when I was fishing over at Kentucky and I stuck her handle down in the rock, I broke it off when that catfish bent her down and snapped the handle off of her. She ain't been quite right since. She still works. Everything's good. She still catches catfish. She caught a 24, 25 pounder yesterday. Black Betty did. And she still works just fine. But the pinch points on those rod holders land right where that weak spot is on her handle. That being said, you can see I've got double hook rod holders out on those other 3 rods. My favorite rod holder, absolutely love them. Those things are, man, I tell you what, they're the cat's meow. They work great. I'm already sick of this spot. I'm just not feeling it. We should at least had a good bite already by now. But we're going to practice patience. We're going to give it a little longer. See, you got a TIG welder lid now, so all my rod holders will be TIG welded. Ooh, nice, dude. Yeah, the TIG welds just look so much better. But I can tell you right now, there ain't none of them welds going to break on them rod holders right there. I beat on them with a hammer to drive them into that concrete revetment, and I have had no trouble out of them, welds cracking or anything. Man, they'll take a lick from that 2.5 pound hammer and no problem. It doesn't bother them a bit. I ain't had no trouble out of them. They're the best rod holders that I've ever used, I'll tell you that. 100% fully endorsed. Double hook angling rod holders. Love them. Not sponsored by them or nothing like that. I just know a good product when I see it. Oh man, my neck is freaking killing me, you guys. That's another reason I want to get behind this camera. I'm not gonna whine about it. That's the last time I'm gonna try to say anything about it, unless I do something stupid and really get it hurting really bad. But I have to lean my head back to read the chat and thanks for saying that, Danny. Where's my heart, brother? Hey, there ain't no hidden intentions behind it. It's just facts, truths coming out of my mouth. That's all I can do. If they wasn't worth the crap, I'd tell you they ain't worth the crap, and I'd have PVC pipe laying all along that bank. There are times that I have to use and I hate it. There's times I can't use my rod holders like that because when I get into some of these heavy rocks that don't have anywhere where I can drive the rod holders down in there or get them to hold, I'll drive a 3-foot stick of rebar down in between all them rocks and have my PVC pipe attached to that. But if I've got my preference and my choice, that's the setup I'm running right there. That's what I want. I like that way better than them PVC pipes. Way better. Man, I don't know what it is. It's like it's a gut feeling that I just feel like man, we're in the wrong spot. I'm hoping that these fish prove me wrong. I'd like to see one of them rods bury up and start peeling drag. Man, I went, something jumped out of the water right there. I think that was a giant buffalo. Buffalo! Big old buffalo. We're going to give them a chance. We'll see if something's out there. I'm not like, Creole. Creole loves fishing the fast water. Man, I just never because I'm from the bank. I'm just not that crazy about that fast water. I like to find the spots where it's a little slacker, a little calmer, and a little easier to fish. You know what I'm saying? But fishing fast water from the bank, it's hard to do. It's really tough. Oh, I'm trying to read that. Let's see. I got two of those holders. Never use anything else. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, they're the cat's meow. They're the bomb diggity. And what I love about them, especially on this concrete, my favorite spot to use those rod holders is in this concrete revetment because those are slabs of concrete that's got gaps in between them, and them rod holders drive right down in between them gaps of them slabs of concrete, and they hold perfectly like that. I mean, they go in there, man, and wedge in there, and they do great. They're perfect for concrete revetment, which I have a lot of spots like that I fish. Man, I am just not feeling this spot, you guys. I feel like I'm sitting here just wasting my time. Because, like I said, I don't like fishing fast water. I may reel them up and throw them out, just like bring them in a little bit, get them out of that current scene. But you got to wait and see. Give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Because I don't want to move back down there at Slackwater just to have Garb beating on me all day long. Man, there's a big old something. That was a big old giant Asian carp just swimming in toward the shore. He about busted his head on a rock. Oh. Let's see here. What does it say? I'm trying to read this. High winds and linear cut. Jumbo. Yesterday just to shut you. Ain't nothing gonna shut you up. John, come on now. Everything in that story is believable all the way up to the point where they said you shut up. That's the only part of that story I don't believe. Finding good fish. What Parker say? Finding good fish in swift water before cold front hit. Yeah. I wished I'd fished that eddy that I fished the other day. It's a way deeper hole, and it's not quite as rough as this one. This near's pretty dang rough. And I can almost guarantee you we're going to lose anywhere from 3 to 4 rigs off this spot when we go to reel in. We start breaking off, I'm out of here. We're going to go somewhere else. See if we can get a barge bite off that feller. He's chug-a-lug-a-lugging, chugging along. Man, this river's down so low. I've already picked up about 5 pounds of freaking lead in them rocks right there. I got some of my lead back that I've lost here the last few months. I didn't get all of it back. So, oh, y'all see that sucker jump out of the water right there? That was a buffalo. Buffalo! I can't even see these rods on the screen. I hope y'all can. Now, them fish don't like when them barges go by. They start jumping out of the water. Usually them carp and buffalo, it drives them nuts. They can't stand that crap. He's going to churn this water up and make it even worse. Gotta get me a Mountain Dew or something. I'm a little dehydrated, peckish. A little bit on the peckish side right now. I need some a drink. Ugh. Freaking arms killing them. My neck's hurting. Well, the spot I want to fish, the river's down so low, it's just too daggum shallow there. I don't like fishing that water that shallow. I mean, I was throwing in spots yesterday, it wasn't 2 foot deep. In the main channel, you can throw as hard as you want to, even with Black Betty and them 10-foot ancient mariner rods, and you throw as hard as you want. But that main channel where it drops off and gets deeper is so freaking far out there. I can't even reach them with that 16-foot rod. It's just too far out. Can't get to it. Not from here. You'll see where that water's boiling right there. That's coming off the curve here. It's hitting the bank and it's rolling over a bunch of rocks right there piled up. And it's got it just boiling, going crazy. Now, if I go upstream just on the other side of that, there's actually a cove cut back up in there. That's where I'm probably going to go next if we give this spot up. We'll probably go over there. That rod down there is the one I'm looking for it to go down. That's the one I'm kind of, if any of them's gonna get on anything right now, I kind of think it's gonna be that one. Black Betty down there, I threw her out there at the edge of that current seam in that calm water. I'm really just kind of hoping we're sitting here giving it as much time as we can, because if any of them's gonna go down, that's the one I'm kind of feeling like it's gonna happen on. Because I got her thrown in the spot where it'd be probably the closest thing to where I like to fish in spots in this spot right here. I'll show you some of these. Let me grab one of them real quick. I just caught these about 30 minutes before I went live. I caught these right here. I got about a dozen or so of those. And what I'm doing basically is using the headpiece, but I'm chopping them about half in two right there. As you can see, that's, I mean, pretty decent size bait. But basically cut these in half, throw them out there. That's just a habit there. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but anytime I walk around on that concrete revetment right there close to the water line, I'm constantly staring on the ground looking to see if I can find a, a weight that somebody broke off or lost or some kind of rig or anything. I'm constantly hunting for them. Fishing cooking with Mike Chavez. What's up, buddy? Oh. Y'all, I am not liking this spot. I'm really not. I'm hoping a fish will change my mind. It'd be nice if a fish would change my mind. I'm really just not feeling it. I'm going to say about probably 70% of the spots that I fish, 70% of the time it's by going on a gut feeling. You just get that gut feeling, and I ain't got that gut feeling here. I just ain't got it. I hope I'm wrong. We'll wait and see. Never know. I mean, this is basically the spots like everybody else has been catching them in lately. But I don't know. I just don't feel it. Oh, there's a little bitty nibble. There's something just tapped on that 14-foot mad catch rod there. Just a little bitty bump. Now you can tell the difference between a bite and a current pulling on it because the rhythm of the tap. It's the rhythm of the tap. Whoa, yeah. But I don't want no tappy tap tap. We want a slammy slam slam. Why don't you bend that rod down, see if you can break it in half? I double dog dare you to. That's what I want to see. I want to see if fish try to break that rod. I don't think you can do it. I don't believe you got it in you. That's a big old barge, man. He cut in here close, man. He was heading right toward me, and he cut real hard at the last minute, which means when he turns past me, his prop wash is going to come upstream. It won't be too bad, though, because he's going to be blowing against the current. Man, he is churning some. You usually don't see him pushing it that hard going downstream. He's rocking and rolling. Yeah, he's pushing hard. He got a freaking load on that thing. He's trying not to get stuck. Looks like he's scratching the bottom. Not sure what that was. How long we been here? Oh, can't even see. I don't know. I thought we had a hit on that one right there. Yeah, he's gonna rough things up for us. Oh, we'll probably get about 15, 20 more minutes here, and then we're gonna move to a different location. And it'll take me a little bit to get packed up and move and get set up again. But I am not gonna spend much more time here. Generally, you roll up on a spot, if you're gonna catch something, you'll catch something in the first 15 to 30 minutes, the longest. If it takes any more than 30 minutes, you really need to move. Now, I don't normally move a lot because, like I said, I'm on the bank. It's too much trouble to move. But today's a whole different situation. We've got to do some sticking moving and try to find out where we're going to fish at next Saturday. So, calls for different situations that I don't normally do, or different things. Normally, I set up in a spot, I'm there. Once I pick a spot, I'll ride it out. If I pick the wrong spot, too bad. I'm just gonna sit there until I'm done. We do not have the luxury of doing that today. We've got to move around, figure some stuff out. Boy, he really stirred that water up. He's got those three rods there bending over hard just from that current, from that prop wash. I've caught some pretty decent fish here before. I know Richard Klutz fished this spot and he's caught a few out of here. But this spot here is really hard to fish. It's a tough one. Oh. Actually, I've got a couple other spots I'd like to try. Right now, the thing is that got a pretty tough time limit on us. Don't have a whole lot of time to move to a whole lot of spots. All right, let's see if I can see what time it is. I can't see nothing. Dadgummit. The sun's shining right in my face. All right, it's 3:18. We've been live for 58 minutes, 52 seconds. Y'all, I really think we need to pack up and move. Because here's the thing. If I was going to sit all day long and try to catch a catfish that was 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds, yeah, I'd probably sit right here all day long. But we're trying to find a spot to fish in a tournament where you've got to catch 5 fish that you want to weigh. So we're talking about numbers and size. And I don't think this is the spot for it. I think it's the number for size, but you'd be here all day trying to get it. And we will not have that kind of time on our hands. So we need to find a spot where we can get maybe into some 20s and 30s and catch 4 or 5 of them. That's pretty much what we're looking for. And hope like hell Bobcat and them don't come up there catching a bunch of 60s and stuff. I mean, you'll have people on the, I'm sure you're going to have people fishing like Sandusky Bay and stuff, which would normally be a big, huge threat. But with a 5 fish limit, that kind of throttles back on Sandusky Bay because, yeah, they can get into some, 8 to 15-pound fish a lot of times, averaging. But they're not going to get into the 30s and 40s and stuff like that on a like they'd want to. To win this tournament next weekend, you need to be in a spot where you're pretty sure that you can get on several 30 to 40-pound fish. I think that's what it's going to take to win it. You're going to have 5 fish, and you're going to need at least 2 or 3 of them in the 30 to 40-pound range, maybe bigger, to even have a shot. But it is, fall time fishing too. That's when most people catch their bigger fish. We ain't hooking crap here. We can either go upstream toward that wing dam, or we can go downstream and hit some of them pockets and coves down there. We're going to make up our mind and do one or the other. I should have been packing up and leaving and going somewhere else. I just don't want to leave yet. It's hard for me to quit when I sit in a spot. Johnny Small Pepper, what's up, buddy? Greg Burgess in here? You guys, I had to put my hands over the camera like this in the back and put my face right up against the screen and squint to read it. So I'm missing a lot of y'all, and I apologize for that. But it's not because I'm not trying to see you. It's because I can't freaking see you. All right, 5 more minutes, and we're moving from this spot. And what I'll do is I'll start carrying up a bunch of stuff and I'll leave the camera and the rods here watching just in case. We'll give it every second, and then I'll come back down, and when I get ready to reel the rods up, we'll kill the live stream. I'll run up to the truck. We'll get moved to the next spot, and we'll fire it up again, and we'll try somewhere else. I want to go a little bit calmer water. I want to go this fast water. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. It's too damn fast. I don't like this fast crap. I just got to finally make up my mind to pick up and move. It's just a matter of making that decision. I got that one cutting right down there. I haven't fished that one in a long freaking time. Long time. It's been a long time since I fished down there. I don't know if we want to make that. I don't know if I want to go there or not. Well, tell you what. And hopefully I can get a spot where I can see the camera better and talk to y'all more. But I'm going to go ahead and carry up a bunch of the gear, what I can. Okay. And I'm going to leave the camera rolling on these rods. And hopefully we'll get a pack-up bite. But don't worry. I'm going to come back. Reel's up. We're going to kill this live. I'm going to move to a spot where I'm pretty sure we can get on some fish. They're not going to be giants. There may be one in there, but I think we're going to be going into the probably 20, 30 pound range. Is where we're going to be going. I was hoping to pull a monster out of this fast water, but man, I'm just not feeling it. I keep staring at the rods. I don't want to quit looking at them because something in me just tells me, any second now, any second now. But at some point, you got to say it ain't going to happen and move somewhere. At some point, you got to make up your mind to make that move. All right, I'm going to start carrying stuff up. And we'll come back down. And I will. Oh, shit. Shoot. We'll reel these rods up. I'll kill the camera. We're either going to move upstream. I'm putting a lot of thought into this. That's really freaking shallow up there. And I don't really want to fish shallow water. I do have a cut back down there, this deep hole that's a little bit calmer water. We may go hit that. Anyways, let me get this stuff moved up in the truck. And I'll come back down. We'll kill this out, but don't worry. I'll move as fast as I can. We'll get set up again, and we'll try to catch on something. But meantime, we'll leave these out. They're still fishing, so don't give up. Yeah, it's hung up. Yep. Yeah, how'd that drag way too loose? What did I do? How'd that drag get that loose? We ain't fixing that today. Yeah, we just lost a rig and 3 weights here. And I don't know how, but somehow I backed the drag all the way off on that reel down there. And when I went to pull that up, bird nested the crap out of it. So Probably won't be no fixing that today. I'm gonna switch to a different rod. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I'm gonna grab these, run them up the truck. We're gonna move to another spot and we'll be right back. You guys, you can go make you a sandwich or go watch somebody else or whatever. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings because basically I'm on a mission just to find a good fishing spot for next week. And you guys want to hang out, that's fine. If you don't, I understand. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Love you anyway. I'm not leaving. I'm moving. I'll be back, okay? See y'all in a little bit. And shut this down. We'll go somewhere else.